What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself. There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason. Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. There's also a path off the market district that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to an ancient order that studies the ways of combat. The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well. A city of the dead, the necropolis is filled with tombs of rich and poor alike. If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their attention. I'm a fool for even starting this conversation, but I will give you some guidance. There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the necropolis, which is off the Golden Way. If you're smart, you'll go no closer to that place than this question. Was there some... There's almost always something happening in the city. There's Captain Sen, of course, standing guard at the gates out of the city. Word has it the captain has some bounties. Rich rewards for those who can track down some wanted criminals. You must know about the Imperial Arena. Kui, the promoter, is always looking for skilled fighters to participate in his matches. It's this huge building right here. There's word from the Scholar's Garden that some strange outlander has taken up residence there, causing quite the ruckus, as barbarians typically do. There's a rumor floating around that the Black Leopard School has been having some difficulties recently, feuding masters, that sort of thing. The Black Leopard School lies across the waterway and up the grassy path, if you're curious. Word has it there's going to be a new play happening sometime soon in the Golden Way district, over at the large pagoda on the left side of the road. It might not be ready to start yet, but it's certainly worth keeping an eye out for. That's all. I know many people... I'm sorry, I can't say I know anyone by that name. Maybe you can look up... That is not funny. We do not discuss that man. I know you're new to the Imperial City, but the Lotus Assassins are everywhere. They do not tolerate treason or sedition, and casual questions can be viewed as such. A pleasure.
He is well over 7 feet tall and fully armed. But instead, report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
These years together, and I never suspected you were the scourge of the South. I'm sorry, I know it's not. not funny. At least they didn't get your looks right.
Out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, quick. Now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting cock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This is likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there any...
Talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells. There is much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Why don't you go and check out the Imperial Arena? It's a prosperous place to sell buns, especially before a big fight.
You and those fights. I can't stand watching them. I prefer to take walks by the wall or just gaze at the magnificent palace.
What's to tell? I'd talk to Kui, the promoter, if you really want to know more about the arena. He talks more than you do, but at least he buys my buns. It's busy, but it's a good place to get information and meet people. Best wine in the Empire, too.
How would you know, you lazy lout? You've never been outside the city in your life. Best in the Empire. Ha! Probably the only wine you've ever had. The wall is magnificent. It just keeps growing. Though I pity the criminals who are forced to work there. Very few ever return. The palace is truly one of our greatest treasures. The heavens have indeed blessed our empire greatly to give us such a beautiful edifice.
It's unnatural, I say. Just floating up in the air. Emperor or no, it's not right to live in a place that just floats like that.
Well, this district is called the Market District. This is where most of the buying and selling happens. Most of the lower classes live and work here.
And die here too. Not like those nobles and wealthy merchants over in to a life of luxury. Must be nice.
Yes, dear. Life has been cruel, hasn't it? Good work, a wonderful family, and many friends. Poor Junda. Next you'll blame the nobles for your backaches, too.
Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh. Or at least they were when we started talking. Death's Hand. Now there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
If he hasn't bought a bun from me, I likely don't know him. Come to think of it, if he hasn't bought a bun from me, I don't want to know him.
Junda, you withered old coconut! What's your problem? There's more to life than selling these buns, you know. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of your friend either, and I'm not sure what you mean by master. Try the Scholar's Garden. The people there might know your friend.
Go then. I have buns to sell.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to, much like an ache.
Good day, citizen. Army are nothing more than louts to be ordered about. The army, even city guard, is expected to defer any major disturbances to them. Makes me about as useful as a lamppost.
Really think we'll find second brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for second brother, not bicker like school children. Now get moving.
Fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you. Hey you! What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out! I'm not the one in trouble here. We outnumber you, in case you haven't noticed. Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt? You don't hear so well, do you? Maybe we'll just have to show you what we mean. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
O ufna ak na ir Yakowa krui ni rui kuperfita.
Peace, third brother. That is no way to treat a guest.
Og ni gua ir qua an ir nor yok wo ni fita ir.
Enough. Leave us, third brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you.
Vosa ir son sikun wan kut aku ka wuk tati ir. Wo ufna ak na ir Yakowa krui ni rui kuperfita.
I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School. Yes, you are quite right. Normally this kind of thing would never happen at the Black Leopard School. Fortunately, you seemed more than capable of handling the situation. In all my years, I've never seen anyone but a master with skills like yours. I would not normally ask, but would you be interested in joining our school? It would be an honor to have someone of your skill. Well, it's obvious that you can fight, and I assume you want to improve like all fighters do. Even someone of your skill could find a challenge or two here. The school provides a safe place to practice against different opponents with different styles. You'll no doubt catch the eye of one of the masters. They know unique styles and would likely teach you, if you impress them. Excellent. I must speak with the masters on your behalf. They are the final judge of such matters. Wait here. Good news. Master Radiant agreed to let you join. A rare honor indeed. In fact, he would like to meet with you once you have proven yourself. First, however, Master Radiant wants to ensure that your fight against the novices was not just luck. You must now defeat each of the brothers here at the school. Master Radiant does not want to waste his time on someone who is unprepared. If you can defeat each of us, then you are ready to learn from a master. You have proven you can defeat our novices. Now you must prove yourself against the brothers. The brothers have trained long and are second only in skill to the masters. Sixth brother is the least skilled, so you will start with him. Work your way to third brother. If you succeed against him, you will then challenge me. Second brother is not here. For now, you must face only third brother and myself, after you've defeated the other brothers. I must be honest with you. I believe Master Radiant has a plan in allowing you to join us. As you may have heard, there are 2 masters at this school. Master Radiant and I have tried for some time to temper Master Smiling Hawk's ways. He is cunning and ruthless, and has little regard for students. Normally I wouldn't speak openly about such things, but you are new, and your skill will draw his attention. Be careful. Master Smiling Hawk is a dangerous man. Dangerous. Master Smiling Hawk's need for power consumes him. He cannot be trusted. For now, be careful and focus on defeating the brothers. Start with sixth brother and ask him to fight with you. I'm sure he'll be eager. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
So you're the one who was challenging our novices earlier. That might impress Master Radiant, but it won't get you noticed by Master Smiling Hawk. I'm 6th Brother Gao Shan. If you think you can defeat a disciple of Master Smiling Hawk, challenge me. I assure you, I'm much tougher than the novices. How should I know? He's probably licking Master Radiant's sandals. He was always such a devoted follower of that man. Huh, so you'd rather talk than fight. It's students like you that are giving the Black Leopard School a bad name. Master Radiant teaches patience and peace. What's the point? Why study for years to be a great fighter if you're not allowed to use your skill? Master Smiling Hawk believes in using our power to take what we want. He's the true master of Black Leopards. I've already told you more than I should. Now do you want to fight or... Alright, follow... That was lucky. I'll be ready for you next.
You must be the new student. I'm fifth brother Shang Jin. There's been quite a stir regarding your entry into the school. Most unorthodox. It would seem Master Radiant is up to his tricks again. Regardless, you've defeated sixth brother, so we can spar. Would you care to try your skills against mine? I have no idea, though he was very vocal in condemning Master Smiling here and decided to leave. I know if I was a follower of Master Radiant, I would likely get very bored. Very school, somewhere more peaceful. The Black Leopard School is the most respected school in all the Empire, but we are losing that respect. The school has strong leadership, but we currently suffer from having too many leaders. 2 masters is one too many. I don't mind Master Radiant, but he is too detached and too passive. Master Smiling Hawk could regain our respect if Master Radiant would let him. Good. Follow me. Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Fourth Brother Yu, and you must be the new prodigy. First Brother told us to watch out for you. He said that you're very talented. Since you've defeated, decide just how talented you are. Care for a match? I've been trying to find that out myself. I even sent a few of the students into the city to see if they could discover the truth. Master Smiling Hawk was the last to speak with Second Brother, though I still don't know what they discussed. It's no secret that they disliked each other. Third Brother told me that Master Smiling Hawk sent Second Brother into the city on an errand, but nobody saw him leave the school. I fear Second Brother has run into trouble, and I suspect Master Smiling Hawk is behind it all. Well, the school is the best of its kind in all the Empire. I consider myself very fortunate to be a student here. That's not to say that we don't have our problems. Having 2 masters is a bit unusual, and it seems to slow the progress of the school. Master Radiant is a great leader, but he never comes out of his room anymore. Master Smiling Hawk, on the other hand, well, I shouldn't say anything about that. Let's go then. Very impressive. I can see the masters were right to let you train with us. Well, thank you for the fight.
Okir okun wan pifir ir witiwik, ir wosa ir sankut. Wo ufna akna nawara irok was Ognigua sata asuni woku.
Thank you, Third Brother, that is all. You are dismissed.
Sotakwa air noroki irtana.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I asked you who your real master is? Ha! In fact, it is my business. But what of it? If I really wanted to know, I could find out easily enough. I did not mean to offend you by asking. You have talent, and with Second Brother's death, we have need of a new brother. I asked him to do something for me. He refused. Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival. I would deal with it myself, if I could. However, Radiant is a unique problem, and you are the solution. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful. So, First Brother is already winning you over, I see. He is pathetic, and so is his precious master. Do as I ask, and I will teach you rare items that should appeal to you. Simply kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward. I've had everything. Instead, you will not survive your match with Third Brother. I will see to it. Now get out!
Filthy little swine! Look what you've done! Do you think I have nothing better to do than to clean up after you pigs all day long?
Yes, mistress. I mean, no, mistress.
Get out! Get out of here before I break your skull open, you little rat! Well, good for you. Do you want me to bake a special... Questions about what? Go ask your teacher if you have questions. Me? Is this some ploy to get an extra serving of fish in your soup tonight? It won't work, you know. But since you asked, I am the headmistress here at the school. I organize everything that these witless fighters forget to do. Paperwork, laundry, cooking, you name it. It's a thankless job. Never so much as a smile or a wave as I labor over my work. If it wasn't for me, this place would fall apart. You're the student, you tell me. What is there to tell? The boys come and learn to fight, and they think that's all there is to the world. Learning and fighting. They are very good at both, but put any one of them in a room with a lady and they just wither away. What's the point in teaching a man? Masters? Ha! I'm the only master of this school. Those other two hide in their rooms all day long doing who knows what. How can you be master of anything when you never participate? It's unnatural. Of course, it wasn't always that way, or at least that's what I... There was only one master once. Makes sense to me. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as I always say. Good. I have work to do.
Wowirika titarir kone of atari. Ognigua id qua an no. Dire flame. Spirit, white demon. Staff, focus. Onuyu. Onuyuyir ninirayir wo.
Do not disgrace yourself further, third brother. Accept your defeat and learn from it.
Apafa was sonsir towir wo sonsir sunir fonir usota.
That was quite a match. I've never seen third brother Rinshan fight that well, and yet you still beat him. I suspected something was amiss, but you overcame it and you still won. Master Radiant was sure you would prevail. He asked me to bring you to him once you defeated third brother. You won't have to... Come, let's go see him. He is anxious...
Sisaya Pawao, Tikotro Tuaso. To fuwe ta wita ir ukarashita wewo. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanaria iruro ni nuasa ir kana. Tawe ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo ko nir puk no sankut na no wana nyapir. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanaria iruro ni nuasa ir kana. Sairos diusiat saro rasipa ukar ir napso aku.
Master, I never...
Sairos diusiat saro rasipa ukar ir napso aku. Tawe ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Niato nonapati irovir, kuni ugnawata ir. Sa ir yagoak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Kunir puk no sankud nano wana nyapir, isana yoyo. Pansira sorofos, isino soro. Ir son could noka ukiorir. Tawe ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Unikasuri ir kwana no kuni ugnawata ir niknipi ir. Nararo na pirapirni niktakatashi. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ir son kudnoka ukiorir. Ir kana. Unikasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Ukwa aie usuta wusa. Ata tawe ir wonawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uksun puno. Wo sun puno no yapapap nasia iwirasai. Niato nonapati irovir. Kuni ukna nararo pirapirni niktakatashi. Wana no kasa iriruru. Tawe ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Onoyu iwakitsu sa iroko shosi. Sa ir yakowak kokonato si.
I should have killed you sooner. You had such promise. But in the end, you were just like second brother. Soon you will share his fate as well. Radiant is dead. His time has passed. Now is the time for the living. Help me destroy him and I will make this school more powerful than ever before. Now you see why I need you. You have the power to deal death to the spirits, to Radiant. I will give you one chance to change your mind, now that you have seen what Radiant truly is. I liked you, and I had so hoped we could come to some sort of agreement. But I suppose that just won't work. Now I will give you a demonstration of true skill. Unfortunately, you won't be around long enough to learn from it.
Ukir rufani nikerpa. Wo ufna akna ir yakova krui ni ruiku.
No, third brother. I have a much better use for you.
Ukir rufani nikerpa.
Now we will finish this.
Master Smiling Hawk! You killed him! What? No! First Brother sent me to find you. He was worried Master Smiling Hawk's followers might overwhelm you. I can see that isn't the case. Master Radiant and First Brother are waiting for you. I'll go tell them that you survived.
Wotowir ukawana ir usowana da hoki. Niato nanapadi irovir. Tawi ir kawana ir sunir ipoki.
Master, why must you leave? I still have so much to learn from you, and we need...
Irkana. O nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawi ir kawana ir sunir ipoki.
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, well, this never would have happened. It seems to me that you're the one who should receive this honor.
Tasiye siye tintu, funye wubusiye wo tahufu. Wuno wir na no ba yesu. Isana yoyo, kunir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ikir niktine piru, wo iferek uk son puno. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Niato nanapadi irovir, ku irkana, o nigas. Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Tasiye tintu, funye wubusiye wo tahufu. Wo sun punono, yapapap nasia uir saye uth.
I would speak with you alone, Master Radiant, before you go. If you wait outside, I will join you in a minute. I have something I would like to offer you, and thanks for your help.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir.
There you are. Master Radiant has gone, and I'm left to lead this school on my own. I'll miss him very much, but at least we are rid of Smiling Hawk. I wanted to thank you for all you've done, but I also wanted to show you some items that belong to Master Smiling Hawk. I thought you might find something of interest. You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time. Good. I could use a...
Welcome, welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale? Well, it's the best of its kind in all the Empire, or at least that's what I'm told. Of course, it's seen better days. But now that you've dealt with Smiling Hawk, maybe they can get back to the way they once were. I'm sure Kai will make an excellent master. Not much to tell, really. I've been working with the school for almost 20 years, like my father did before me. When they asked me to work for the school exclusively, I accepted. I'd rather have a steady life making weapons by the bunch than doing special orders all the time. And every once in a while, I get to make something unique. The masters have some amazing scrolls describing weapons I never even knew existed. Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time. This way leads into the necropolis. Well, I'm not here to stop anybody. I just warned them. It's been a lot more dangerous in there recently. They couldn't pay me enough to go in there. If you're still...
Worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly... Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality. Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture...
Hold! You must forgive my servant. He was acting for me. I asked him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. I must say, your refusal to stand for it was admirable. I think you are exactly what we need. Please, my intent is noble. An outlander arrived several days ago, and now we cannot get him to leave. He's consuming copious amounts of our food and wine. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the Emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them. That's what's so infuriating. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please,
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. Of course, I could tell that just by looking at you. You have a very strong presence. As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well. Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your Master Li is the glorious strategist. I was too young to know him. I was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire 20 years ago. Now it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed. A wise decision. His hold over my father is nearly absolute. But if we could show conclusive evidence of his crimes, my father would have to listen. I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery. The wall was started protection against the Horse Lords. The Empire has long since grown past its boundaries. It is now more a spiritual monument instead of a physical barrier. Every emperor has added to it. It is a legacy that has lasted millennia. Prisoners of the Empire. Hard labor reforms them, and contributing to a legacy gives them purpose. Many respected citizens once worked on the wall. I don't know much, but I saw one lift a stone no human could move. It looked immensely armored. The Lotus Assassin Fortress seems the center of production. My father may have approved the factory without considering what it could be used for. If we just tell him my suspicions, he will dismiss them. We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it. There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion. Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. Dongao is closer to the assassins than he should be. He will tell you where to meet the Inquisitor. Or seek the Executioner. My people will spread rumors of your interest, and he will approach you in the arena. They like fighters who have passed the silver round. I will wait at your flyer. Or I could travel with you. Before you get too lost, perhaps we should, discuss how closely we will be working together? Of course.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away. We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Demon.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be... I wouldn't worry about it. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very... What? Huh, that's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there. If the Lotus Assassins wanted you dead, your life would be over before you even knew you were in danger. The location is public, yet relatively private. Common folk are not welcome on the landing area, so there will be no crowds to hide spies, or an ambush. He already knows, I'm sure. Now...
Well, we got what we wanted. I just hope you know what you're getting into.
Oh, good to see you again, my friend. Have you returned to... Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps after I've answered some of your questions, you will change your mind. I'm glad you asked. Today I will speak on my theories of cloud formation. That was my first major discovery, though it hasn't been widely accepted yet. The basic principles are really quite simple. I deduced after lengthy study that clouds are formed by the moisture escaping from our bodies. When the weather is cool, you can clearly see small clouds escaping from people. always cloudy. This was one of my finest discoveries. Don't get me wrong, I like most of the philosophers, but their strict adherence to aging traditions makes them very difficult to deal with. They're always preaching about peace and harmony. Really, we kill and subdue the creatures of this world in order that we can survive. Where's the peace in that? Can a man survive long enough without eating meat? What about the grains we use to make our bread, or the hides we use for any number of things? We consume constantly. Peace and harmony are wonderful ideals, but in nature only the strong survive, and they don't do it by being peaceful. Don't let the name fool you. There are fewer scholars here than you might think. We are far outnumbered by those obstinate philosophers. The philosophers believe that the gods dictate everything, from the rising of the sun to the changing seasons. If the summer ends too soon or too late, the gods must be angry. Of course, anyone who cares to look can see that the birds control the weather. I have noted with some accuracy that the birds predict the seasons. I have a theory that the massive movements of birds in the autumn and spring actually cause the prevailing winds to change direction. When birds fly south just before autumn, they cause the winds to change. And we get cold air from the north until the spring, when the birds reverse the winds again. It's really quite simple, but just try telling that to one of the philosophers. Oh, so soon. All right then. I hope to see you again soon. Perhaps I could explain to you my theories on the formation of ice crystals.
True strength comes from harmony.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while I was at the tavern. That flying machine of yours is truly a marvel. I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my inventions, though. Be glad to help you if I can. What would you like to know? Oh, I'm Scholar Zenyu. I'm one of the newer scholar elites. I was actually born in the poor quarter, but my uncle brought me here when I was only 10. He knew I would never have a chance at a real life unless I had some proper schooling. I've lived here with him ever since. That's right, you're new here, aren't you? Well, where should I begin? There's so much to tell you. There are several important areas here in the city. Of course, there are also many different services, too. I'm not sure what to tell you first. Sure. Well, let's see. This place is the Scholars' Garden. For the most part, only stuffy old philosophers and scholars reside here. Farther down toward the city, you'll find the Golden Way. Many wealthy people live and work there. Hopefully some willing to fund one of my inventions. Then there's the Market District, near where you landed earlier. Most of the city does its business there. It's an interesting place. At least, I think so. You'll also find the path to the Black Leopard School there, across the river from the arena. I haven't been there. One of the best places in the city is the arena.
Greetings, and welcome to the Scholar. I see by your accoutrements that you are, as sagacious Tien once said, kind words and respect. I am glad. As you would.
or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper...
The magnificent bastard will do.
God help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him... what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you're a large fellow, aren't you? Certainly room enough for brains in there, but I doubt if you have any more sense than the rest of this crowd. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You of knowledge wherever I can. And grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this? Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner. It's more likely I'll teach the rest by making an example of you. Here, these 5 standing about. Married lot. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all...
To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am easily swayed with simple facts. The best course is to appeal to the individual. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back. Just... I am merely...
I greet you. My name... Some arguments may win. Some of my fellows, the ministers protect.
Arms up for you, arms down. What shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it as statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal? Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here. Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yam. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? Well, a majority of not over yet. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around. Well, a majority on yours. This will be the final topic. If you clothes, not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen, I ask you, what have you done? And why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile? It would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me. You have offended me, fool. So be it. You'll face my full wrath in the closest location with room for proper maneuvers. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets... Frankly... What? Good! Let's get this over with. I envy you. You are about to experience for the first time the skill. There will be pain as well. That was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick. With the fight.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. Or sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny. Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or from me, the unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor. On this matter. A manual of regimented conditioning will serve you well. Red meat, constitutionals, and union suit calisthenics. You're never so fit as when the johns are long. Right, Percival, fluff my... We will darken this garden no more.
Ukyo wir kwadner. Apihiran ninu siso irtiu. Wowo wir
Well, you see, there's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play! I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way. The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play's been changed, you see. One very piece of the play has been rewritten. Once you change this scene, you change the... They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire. I tell you truthfully that they've lost the whole